Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is something that I have been thinking about, and it's something that I did consider for quite some time. When I'm looking at my makeup on camera versus in real life, I do see a difference, and I'm curious to know whether you guys have experienced that same thing or not. I know that a lot of you have your own YouTube channels and some of you don't, but you probably are familiar with makeup tutorials and beauty gurus and influencers on Instagram and how beautiful and how bright and colorful and dramatic makeup can be, how bright, how big and fluffy lashes can be, how everything can look super dramatic. But when you put it online and when you have a photo online or a video online, it doesn't look as dramatic. In fact, it kind of looks normal. I mean, when I started doing makeup tutorials, I used to do makeup look, and then I used to look at myself in the mirror in real life and say, oh yeah, this is a super dramatic makeup tutorial. And that's how I would say it in the intro. But when I was looking at it in the editing process, I was like, that doesn't look dramatic whatsoever. That actually looks quite minimal. It looks kind of natural, and it definitely doesn't look as dramatic as I remembered it looking in real life. And that's something that I do notice, like just looking at myself in the mirror right now. I love my makeup today. It looks really super bright and colorful. A little bit on the darker side, but still, I really like it a lot. But I'm looking at it in the mirror and it looks dramatic. But then I'm looking at it in camera, like just right now I'm looking at it on my monitor, and it looks like it doesn't look as dramatic, you know? It doesn't look nearly as dramatic as when I'm looking at myself in the mirror right over here. It's kind of weird, and I was thinking about it for quite some time, and then I realized I feel like makeup when you're filming, it's kind of like stage makeup. Because if you ever have been on stage, and if you ever have been doing dancing or performing or anything where you have yourself on stage and you're performing on stage, then you probably know the concept of stage makeup. I've been performing on stage in many ways, shapes, and forms since I was 7 years old, so I'm very familiar with the concept of stage makeup. Basically putting heavier makeup on than you would in real life, because the stage lights are super bright and they kind of wash you out, and you kind of have to put makeup on to make sure that you don't get washed out, and also so the people in the back can see your features. So I did that for many years. I would put on dramatic makeup, and I would see other girls and boys in the dressing room, they would put on makeup too, and it would look more dramatic in the dressing room, but then on stage it would look pretty natural, or as if they were wearing super minimal makeup. So I feel like filming is a similar thing. You're not necessarily under a lot of lighting. Personally, right now, I'm in natural daylight, but at the same time, I know that if someone was like sitting right here next to me and talking to me face to face, like really close, they would be seeing like literally every single imperfection of my face. They would be seeing every single detail of my makeup. But even though the camera is really not that far away from me, you are watching me on a smaller screen than what my actual face looks like. Does that make any sense? I know that you're probably watching me on your phone or your computer, and if you look at the size of my head on those screens, and if I look at the size of my head on my monitor right now, I have a computer, so like my screen size, like the screen that's showing my face, is kind of like this and like that. Like that's just how big it is, you know? And my head looks a lot smaller. It kind of looks like, it looks like this. That's how big my head is right now from what I can see. So my head in real life, it's not like this, it's like this. So like this, you can see that my makeup looks more dramatic, but like this, it looks less dramatic, you know? And it's kind of weird. Also, there's a fact that the camera just can't pick up the detail and the imperfections that the naked eye can. Makeup in general, it will look better on camera than it does in real life. And also when you're seeing like people do reviews and they talk about a foundation or an eyeshadow and they say, oh yeah, this looks hella patchy, or this looks really like bad. And I don't know about you, but I look at the screen sometimes and I'm like, I don't see anything. And it's not necessarily because they're lying, it's just that it's harder to see imperfections on camera when you're basically comparing it to real life. If you're watching me on a TV screen, that's a different story, because my head looks lifelike. It looks life-size almost. So it's enlarged and you can see everything on my face. But since you're watching me most likely on a smaller screen, my makeup does not look as dramatic as it does in real life. So where am I going with this? Well, when you're watching tutorials of people doing makeup on YouTube, and I can do my makeup super dramatic, I can really just explore my creativity, I can explore my colors, I can really just put makeup on. And in real life, if I go outside and I look in the mirror, it will look dramatic, it will look like I have layers on, and it won't look necessarily cakey, but it will look like I have a lot of makeup on. It would almost look like stage makeup because it's very dramatic makeup. But if I look in the screen, if I look at myself from like the camera's point of view, it looks kind of normal. It's okay, I feel like, if makeup doesn't look as good as it does online. It's not necessarily us, it's just that makeup in general, it looks better on a screen. Like, I could make a mistake with my eyeshadow, and I'm human, I make mistakes all the time, and it won't necessarily show up on camera like it does in real life. And my face, like, I could like go really hard in with the bronzer, which I do a lot, but it won't really show up as much on camera. Like, I mean, right now on camera, my bronzer looks like it's real, like looks like it's hardly there. But right now in real life, my bronzer looks pretty prominent. But on camera it looks like the most natural thing in the world. I love dramatic makeup, I love wearing color, and if there's still daylight outside, or if I'm still doing something that day, if I have a dramatic makeup look on because I'm filming or because I'm taking a photo for Instagram, I will go outside and I will wear it, regardless of anything. And I actually have a video about wearing dramatic makeup when you're doing everyday things, and it's right over here, and it's called Stop Telling Me I'm Wearing Too Much Makeup. I really liked making that video. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe got some insight from it. Thank you so much for watching till the end. This has been a pretty rambly video, but hopefully I can cut it down enough. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.